Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Carolina Sports District. Let's go straight into some highlights.
Early on, quarterback number 3 under center takes the snap, tosses it back to running back number 9 who starts going one way and then cuts it back in the middle and gets untouched basically as he cut to the 30-yard line and goes all the way down the sideline into the end zone. Gators go up 6-0. 10 seconds left in the first half. Gators still up 6-0 from the 26-yard line. Bears quarterback drops back and goes for a big pass and finds his receiver, who goes for the stop and then juke and then takes it in for the touchdown. Bears will take the lead 7-6, headed into the locker room. Bears win to the half with the momentum, but the Gators would knock that down, coming out with an opening half 56-yard kickoff return. Guy pretty much going untouched as the Gators would reclaim the lead 13-7. This one becoming a shootout very quickly. The Bears would respond as the quarterback goes back in the air and finds an open wide receiver. Somehow he makes a completion. Bears will score again. I gotta tell you, that quarterback definitely has quite an arm on him as the game will be tied 13-13. In the fourth quarter, game still tied. Handoff now to running back number 13. Heads down the field. Get out of his way, and he's in. Gators up 20-13. And in desperation with the Bears running out of time, trying to get back into the game, Gators would respond with an interception, ending the Bears' chance for any type of victory as the Gators would win 26-13. Late in the game, Bears driving, they go for a long one, but the Gators would intercept. Game is still tied, 6-6. Gators have the ball, the quarterback drops back for a pass with just a few seconds left in the game. Wait a minute, nobody open. Quarterback just decides to go ahead on and take it off and brings it on home for the game-winning touchdown. The Gators would win this one in a close one, 12-6.
All right, moving to the Pro Age division. After both teams fumbled, leaving the ball on the 5-yard line, it looks like the Bears fumbled again. But no, officials say it's a touchdown for the Bears. Bears are up early, 6-0. Bears defense showed that they came out to play as well with a nice tackle at the end of the half. Going in the half, the same score, 6-0, Bears up. But just like the game before, Gators come out strong from 42 yards out. Whoa, somebody get this guy 40 times. He is moving. Game is now tied 6-6. Late in the game, though, Bears driving. And they go for a pass. But no, Gators intercept. Game is still 6-6, and it's anybody's game. Gators ball. The quarterback drops back with just a few seconds left in the game. Nobody's open. Quarterback tucks it, takes off, and brings it home with the game-winning touchdown. Gators win this one, 12-6.
Still live from Central Cabarrus High School. This time it'll be the Tiny Mite Bears versus the Hornets. The Bears to strike first, 35 yards out, breaks a tackle, makes a guy miss, and it's the first touchdown of the game as the Bears go up 6-0. Hornets have the ball. First play for the Hornets. Running back is doing his job, doing all the running, ain't looking back at all, takes it to the house with a nice 65-yard touchdown run as the Hornets will go up 7-6. And of course, this is becoming quite of a shootout a little bit as, of course, the Bears will have to answer back. Quarterback responds with a nice juke of his own. Gives him a little stiff arm. Taking it to the house for a Bears touchdown. And the Bears would end up holding on to win this one 12-7.
We were able to stop by the Bears this week to see what they had to say.
Main focus here with Carolina Bears is just to, provide the kids with the right fundamentals. We don't focus on the wins and the losses. We focus on developing, each child. And, we have a full functioning board, true nonprofit. We have an executive board that makes a lot of the, fiscal decisions for the Bears. And we also have, a football director, Coach Ford. We have a wonderful cheer director, Coach Brittany, and they do a lot with the kids and a lot with the structure. We focus a lot on the on the structure because we don't want, we're not living for the one season. We want to be around, 5-10 years from now. And, with a soundboard, making sound decisions every year, we can, sustain this program. Our original board, when we got together, we were trying to come up with a name for the team. We liked the color scheme, and the reason why we chose the Bears because there was no other team around, in the Charlotte metro area, in North Carolina, that we knew of. Currently for the spring, we have 5 age groups. We run 5 and 6, 7 and 8, a 9 and 10, 11, 12, and a 13 and 14-year-old team. Sometimes, people, they don't, let their kids start playing football until 8, 9 years old. And the leagues that we play in, that's a very competitive age group. So spring gives you time to develop those kids so that they will be able to compete in the fall. It just gives them those, those extra reps that, gives them time to build the confidence where the pressure is not as high as it is in the fall. Our 13 and 14-year-old team, obviously it just keeps them in shape and gets them prepared, ready to go into middle school. And actually, we have a couple of kids that will be entering high school. So this just gives them that extra little work to be able to, show their talents and be able to compete at that next level.
Yeah! Bears on 3, 1, 2, 3, Bears!
The Bears have definitely been a standout organization. Good luck to them for the rest of the season. Now let's finish up with some highlights.
Now for the Mighty Irish versus the Steelers. Still at Central Cabarrus High School. Irish start off strong with a nice stiff arm, but the Steelers would hit them with a great tackle. But the Irish would hold on to the ball. Irish would score 5 plays later with a quarterback sweep off to the left side. Almost doesn't get in there, but he gets in there. And the Irish will go up 7-0. I tell you, take a listen to that. Some big hitting going on out there on the field. Big hit for the Steelers, and they would respond with a huge tackle of their own. At halftime, it will be the Irish holding on to a 7-0 advantage. Opening drive of the third quarter, Steelers take it to the house from 53 yards out. And then the Irish would score on a 54-yard run. I tell you, that guy's running. There was no stopping this guy today. And then later, the Irish would recover the onside kick and would hold on to win the game 14-7. Now for the JV Irish versus the Steelers. Long touchdown run by the Steelers as the dude would go hard to the left, breaking the shoulder tackle, keeping himself in bounds. And he was scoring a 61-yard run as the Steelers would go up 7-0. Irish go to the run game themselves, looking to create some momentum, but unable to capitalize. Steelers driving deep into Irish territory, but the Irish defense comes up big, stopping them on the goal line, saving a potential touchdown before halftime. After halftime, the Irish defense came out ready to play with a big hit on a guy causing a fumble, but the Steelers were able to add another touchdown, and nobody touching him as he's in his own lane. I tell you, check out the vision on this guy as able to weave through, scores on a 41-yard touchdown. And the Steelers would end up winning this one 14-0.